Segment 2, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the web at www.ntnm.org. Over 250,000 shows watched. Community policing, real big on it. caps24.org. The community policing meetings for the 2410 sector, which is all of West Rogers Park, take place on the second Thursday of the month, 7 o'clock at Warren Park till the end of the year. Not in December though, and next year's schedule will come out shortly. We used to get a lot of action from the Rogers Park Community Council when Liz Patel was their chief, and it's been about a year, but we're very pleased to have the Victim Advocacy Director of the Rogers Park Community Council, Jen Caruso. Jen, how you doing?
Great, Avi. Thank you for inviting me.
First of all, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. By the way, we know each other from Facebook a lot,
Yes,
and
we
she's
do.
got seriously good taste in music, that
Yes.
I will say.
Yes, mutual taste in music for sure.
Definitely. So, what's with the ribbon?
The ribbon. One of the big reasons I'm here today is to promote October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. What we do is every year we meet at the 24th Police District on Clark Street, and we tie purple ribbons on the trees outside. So one of the big reasons, again, why I'm here is to promote that event that is happening October 2nd at 11 a.m. on Clark Street.
October 2nd, 11 a.m. on Clark Street.
Yes.
But it's a whole month-long deal.
Yes, it's a whole month-long deal. We have many events going on throughout the month of October, including a few vigils at the Domestic Violence Courthouse, which is centralized on Harrison and Canal Street. We also have Light Up the Lakefront event, which takes place on Oak Street Beach, that we're volunteering for Between Friends. So Between Friends is another agency in the community that we collaborate with.
Very nice. Do you work with a lot of different agencies throughout the community?
We do. We consider every domestic violence program in the community a partner.
Very cool.
Yes. That's the only way to make it now.
Yeah.
The only way.
I tell you, I haven't been involved in organizational life in so long. It's not even funny, but yeah, you've always got, you've got to be making contacts and working together with people.
Absolutely. Only way to do this is through partnerships, especially with the reduced funding with the state, the federal government, the city. Taxes are increasing. People find it hard to donate as well. So people are not donating as much as they used to. So we really have to form partnerships with many people now.
No, that's very important, not to mention, even organizations like you have to pay a water bill now that didn't used to happen.
Absolutely. Rent, right now our space is at 1530 West Morse Avenue. And we love our space there. It's convenient. It's right by the Morse L station, which makes it very convenient for our clients to visit us as well. So, but we're in a great location. Always happy to help. Our services are free of charge. We accept referrals from any other agency as well. And what's great about the Rogers Park Community Council is in 2012, in the spring, we changed our name. So not everyone is aware of that. Some people still call us Rogers Park Community Council.
Guilty.
Right, right.
And you're right, and I know better too.
Yeah, and I slip once in a while. It's actually Northside Community Resources.
Northside, because the truth of the matter is, even though that this isn't Rogers Park, you guys will help people around our neighborhood too.
Yes, our boundaries are completely open citywide.
Yeah, we don't really have a community, we don't have a real community organization anymore in this area. And we never got funding either. I mean, I used to be president of the Northtown Community Council, the show's named after. And that was the origination of the show. But we never had the grants and stuff, and it just fell apart.
It's not easy.
No, it's not. It's like we used to be a very popular organization. I'm just glad I was after me and not before me.
Yeah.
I'm sure making me president had something to do with it, but that's another story.
It's very difficult. Everyone is competing now for the same funding.
Yeah.
So we all have to work together, like I mentioned earlier. I wanted to talk to you about the Victim Advocacy Support Program.
Sure.
And one of the reasons I do this work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really important to talk not only about what we do, but why someone does the work they do. Years ago, I was a victim of a felony stalking case.
Ooh.
I'm a survivor of a pretty bad stalking case. And from that, I learned the need for advocacy groups, the need for someone to do what our advocates do for victims in the courthouse. So I felt compelled to help others. It would have been a lot easier for me as a victim to have that assistance and to have someone navigating me through the system and just a support network. Most people that come into for services, they lack one thing, and it's a support network, a healthy support network. We provide that for people. We go above and beyond. We stand by their side in a courtroom, not only in the benches in back of them, but with them in front of the judge, which is very important because they lose that fear that they once had going in front of that judge. It's very intimidating to be in front of a judge, as you know, or anyone else that's been involved in the court system.
2 judges, 3 judicial people today, so.
Yeah, yeah, it's very intimidating, right? You're saying, well, you're very outgoing, so you can kind of gel with anyone, but it is very difficult for victims, and a lot of the times they become re-victimized in front of a judge.
Believe me. Even in traffic court, I was scared.
Yeah, yeah. So that's one of the big reasons that is the reason I do what I do. So I think it's really important. A lot of people, they want to promote what they do. And I think it's really important to let people know why you're doing it. That's even more important to me.
You know what, you really bring up good points. You know, Sonny Hirsch, our entire technical crew, is the head of Court Watch in this neighborhood, and I participated, I think, a couple of times. And, you know, I've been involved in the early 90s especially, trying to get people to testify or go to court and shut down people. And yeah, this, you know, I didn't really think for years about what kind of fears involved on the case of people who really need to go forward and present what's going on. It's very important.
Yes, it's very important. And not only are they're in fear and intimidated by the judges or the clerks or anyone else that they deal with, it's threats from the offender or threats that they're going to be financially cut off by their abuser. So we just provide a very healthy support system for them, and it really makes a huge difference in their lives.
No, that's really important. And, you know, it's really, you know, there's also fear of the unknown. And by the way, what you guys keep watching on Law and Order and CSI and whatever, forget it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
Forget
work like
about
that.
it. Yeah, it definitely does not work like that. Matter of fact, it's the complete opposite. Most of the hearings that we attend go on for months and months. Things aren't wrapped up in one day, you know, so you're right about that.
So you can't end before the last commercial of the show and all that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When I watch those shows, it's like that is so far from, you know, the truth. But what else?
Well, let's see. What kinds of victims? You know, do you deal mostly with domestic violence? I mean, do people? Is that the majority of people who come to you?
Yes, we specialize in victims of domestic violence, assisting those victims. Also stalking. We've seen a big increase in stalking crimes here in Rogers Park on the north side. Also down at the courthouse from victims that may reside on the west side or the south side. Illinois has one of the toughest stalking laws on the books. So since they changed that stalking law, we've seen an increase. So we're you know, filing for stalking no contact orders, which before the laws were changed, it was very difficult to get a stalking order. Back when I was a victim of stalking, there was no way I could have received one of those because, you know, of the dynamics in place. But yeah, there's been an increase in stalking victims. We have also helped mugging victims, sexual assault victims as well, family members of homicide victims. You know. So it's all members, you know, all victims of violent crime, but we specialize in domestic violence.
No, it's really important stuff. Mickey's hands are winding down right now, so why don't you give us your contact information?
Oh, great. I get a plug. I'm so happy. Northside Community Resources. We are located at 1530 West Morris Avenue in Chicago. The website, www.northsidecommunityresources.org.
Jen Caruso, the Victim Advocacy Director of the Northside Resource Center that I keep saying is Rogers Park Community Council. Gotta start reading the emails again, too. I probably still get the newsletter and don't realize it. Jen, thank you so much.
Welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Northside Community Resource Center.
Northside Community Resource Center.